Disobeyed. Alright.
Alright, so in the yellow, we've got Saykoya playing Dark Mercia.
And Disobeyed is going to play who? Oh, not
Zawan.
Romp. Not Romp. Okay, alright, alright.
Yeah, Disobeyed's actually been trying some other stuff other than ROM. Very
Good.
much like playing ROM
Good.
every game to begin with, but
You're gonna put a Sedgehun and play only one commander for like 2 years.
yeah. I mean, we do have some commander specialists, like Warble's been playing Mercia every game, for example, but
Nice, I love to see the specialists.
they are going to struggle a bit in the open tournaments, though, I think, because as soon as those initial commander bans come in, they're just like, oh, I have to play other commanders? Okay.
It makes for very fun occasions though, like Ragnahon. So,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the,
Yeah,
the
we get to
trade-off.
see some cool stuff coming out of specialists early on, but
Sure.
anyway, we're seeing kind of early capture phase. Commander goes for this watchtower very, very soon, which makes sense. It's less economy, but it's more map control. And yeah, we're going to see both players go for this. I think, yeah, you just want to know where your opponent's at. You can see like, oh, they've captured that lumber mill over there. I don't have to worry about that anymore. You kind of get like a bit more of a rough idea of like where your opponent's army is, even in the very early game. And now we get to see like commanders kind of move about with a bit of safety, which in fog is actually really nice. Like you don't really want to lose your commander like very,
that little
very quickly.
tower, that fog tower, I don't know what it's called. How useful is that generally?
So the healing off of it is very limited. It costs a lot of money, and you only get 20% life off of it. But it can see into forest. It has a huge amount of vision. It's kind of like the main thing you want from it. So yeah, Disobeyed's like, oh, my unit got surprised there. So
Right.
we mostly see these used in fog. There has been some maps that have used them, just like as regular stuff, but.
Yeah, that would be nice. It's like a different kind of like calculation with God Wise, like healing.
Yeah, and I don't know if they give money. I think that's like one of their other big weaknesses. Is like, but yeah,
I don't think they give money.
Yeah,
it doesn't money.
But they're all about the vision, and they do that very well. So, and yeah, the time keeps saying in chat like watchtowers are extremely difficult to push into, and yeah, it's very true. Like, unless you're very confident that you can recapture it back to you on your turn. Yeah. Oh, but we see dogs getting picked off. And that's a ton of vision on this bottom left-hand side of the map. So, Disobeyed going to be able to, I guess, move with a lot more safety and confidence in what they're going to
do. Okay, so Harpy coming out from Disobeyed. Oh,
and Saykoya as well, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if it's the optimal choice on this map. I guess you want to spam air as soon as possible.
Air is really strong, especially because like there's a lot of mobility. They can knights are quite good in fog in some ways because you can one-shot villages and other buildings with them. So harpies are quite nice to counter those, and air walling is like really nice too because if your opponent doesn't know where your air units are in the wall, it's like really difficult to like have mages counter them, and neither player actually has mages yet, so they're both going to hear that air movement, and I think we're going to start hearing mages getting built as well.
I think mage spam is like, there's not a single map where there's like a few maps where like knight spam is better, but like mage spam is I think always ideal because like eventually air units are going to like overtake the map, and like mages are limited, like barracks wise. So you have to actually build many of them because like if the opponent has more air units, or even like just like balloons or like harpies, eventually it's gonna overwhelm the ground army, which has limited mages, which makes mage spam almost essential. I think it's like kind of like a dynamic on like I think it's like Wargroove in general, not just like map dependent.
We're actually seeing Saykoya get kind of a bit cornered here, where they haven't made as much progress on the top right as they would have liked, and Disobeyed is pushing more with this commander. Like, picking up that dog kill was actually huge because, yeah, all of a sudden Saykoya just doesn't have the same level of information. That said, Saykoya has a lot more of the center and thus a lot more of these lumber mills, so they're going to be able to pick up.
Try to kill.
Sorry.
Like this, we tried to kill another dog of Saykoya in the top right, but it survived. So now it's actually a huge thing on Fog to have a dog survive.
Yeah, low health dog just has like so much value. Oh, and
Yeah,
we're
right,
gonna
right.
see this watchtower go down.
I'm going in for that. All right. If you're on the groove.
It denies a ton of information and gives Saykoya a lot of information too. And yeah, there's no mage on the side of Disobeyed, so this is actually going to be really useful. Like this harpy, gonna be able to wall a lot. Oh, and we're seeing Saykoya actually going to try and punish this overextension by using a thief.
Oh yeah. Eventually, it's better to get the thief and wait a few more turns to have something decapped, because it's such a huge value. Like the thief gets not only gets a gold, but like of course he's still gold, right? Plus you decap the village instantly.
Yeah. Although Disobeyed never captured that village on the left.
Ooh, that's gonna.
So that thief's gonna walk up, be like, "Wait, where's the gold at?" And
it's kind of painful long term. Damn, you don't want that.
yeah, because the thief's quite a large investment. Ooh, unit suicide? Interesting. Oh, that does actually allow for the follow-up. And oh wow, actually a Dark Mercy is in a bit of a rough spot here.
Especially in large maps, like the small villages like definitely add up. Like it's going to become like a whole thief steal difference eventually.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, if you build a thief and doesn't do anything, that's like a lot of money you've invested for one turn. What's Saykoya gonna do here? They've just lost a lot of army.
Yeah.
And then they see that the village hasn't been captured, and they're just like, "Oh, well, that's."
No. Oh, that's actually kind of funny. Like they were hoping to have it captured, but no.
That's a really nice bait from Disobeyed, actually, because now that thief has to go really deep into enemy territory.
Well, that's actually a very fun dynamic with like Fog. Like you make them think you have a village there, but like you just kept it uncapped the whole time. That's really funny.
Yeah, a new
like
rifle comes out. Rifle's nice in Fog, but you of course need to. How do I say this? You need to actually be able to like find good targets. You need good spotters for the rifle as well.
With rifles, you need. I mean, I don't think Gripe is a good unit in Fog.
Oh,
right?
that was so clever. Just like loads the sword into the wagon and gets the vision from where the sword loaded in from to like see what was in the wall.
Oh right, with the sword one.
So it's a very brief moment the sword was on that tile before it jumped in the wagon. It got to scout the sword up there. That was really cool. That's like something I had no idea it worked
There's
that
actually
way.
a few dynamics that like you can make use of in Fog, which you can't in normal matches. So I guess there is some fun to do a Fog.
Yeah. This is like fascinating to watch. Alright.
Alright.
Anyway, Saykoya, they're going to heal that Harpy up. They need that for walling. There's another Harpy too. And Dark Mercia sitting on Groove, not going to have tier 2 anytime soon. And I think they're going to lose that dog. Ooh, which Hex coming in? Is that lethal? Oh, yeah, Night Crit's up on...
I think that's lethal, possibly. Wait.
Night Crit, it does 45, so, or like 40-ish.
It's actually 50% damage left. I mean, HP left.
Second Night, oh yeah, that's
very
dead.
dead.
Yeah.
Wow, Saykoya losing. And to Greenfinger too. I mean, I guess Greenfinger isn't like weak, but like I think Dark Mercia might be better in some maps these days.
Yeah, but
Greenfinger.
nice lethal. I think Disobeyed just played a fantastic game here.
That was fantastic. The bait on the left against the thief was phenomenal. I love that so much. I really enjoyed that. So.
And they just held more of the map. They just had an overall better game plan. I think like Saykoya kind of pushed middle, grabbed a bunch of these lumber mills, but Disobeyed went for like the more like consistent income of like villages over on the sides. Was able to defend the top right even, and push on the top bottom with their commander. Picking off that dog early was huge. Just like the amount of information that denies from their opponent is like, yeah.
Playing the long games almost always pays off.
Yeah, and Zawan, once they get groove on this map, is like really strong too, so they can just throw vines up. Especially with tier 2, you're just doing lots of damage as well, and walling, and getting lots of scouting information. But yeah, like
Right.
the thing that, yeah, I agree with you. The thing that stands out to me was like the thief not getting to steal that village.
Yeah, we don't really see that, right? I mean, that's a very, very risky thing to do.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
you're accounting.
it's a very fog specific thing as well. Like,
Yeah, you're accounting on the opponent to get a thief, to get value of that, right? Like you don't know if the opponent's gonna actually get a thief for you to do that.
yeah, and
It's
they
good.
can't see that that village hasn't been captured. So, oh,
Yeah, so
that
the fact
was
when it
really
actually
cool.
happens, perfection. All right.
Anyway, let's go on to the next